Very excited to see how things go. And actually, speaking of star players from last game, I think Kernique on the Ancient Apparition made a lot of his team's plays possible. So, but anyways, that was last game, and now we're here in Game 2 of Team Enclave versus Megalodon. This time, Megalodon holding on to the first pick. And interested to see what they ban. I expect to see Invoker ban, just because everyone bans that hero right now, and also Lone Druid. Another really popular, really strong hero, so that hero will also probably be banned, but here comes the Undying, banned out. Annoying hero, very, very strong laner, and if he gets the Ags, he actually stays relevant for most of the game. Although the popular build is to go Guardian Greaves, which you don't do that much damage later, but some people who play the hero now go the Rush Ags in order to keep like Ags and like Blade Mail, and then he stays relevant for most of the game. Just tons of damage coming out from him, and Enclave actually going to ban out the Lone Druid, probably because they don't have the first pick, and they just don't want to play against it. I'm actually curious to see if Megalodon ban it out, or if they leave it in the pool, forcing Enclave to ban it, or else they pick it first. I actually think that may be what they do, unless they just don't want to play it. Or perhaps they ban Invoker, leave Death Prophet, take Death Prophet for themselves, or ban the Death Prophet so that Enclave can't use it, but they go with the Invoker, and we'll see what Enclave want to ban out. Death Prophet's still available, but they ban it out, not wanting Megalodon to pick it, so I think that was a good choice from them. The hero is very high impact, and once she hits level 6, and thanks to the new Spirit Siphon, just tears people apart. Megalodon thinking about what they want. Vengeful Spirit still in the pool. You've still got Gyrocopter available.
10 seconds remaining.
Ember Spirit, but that's a really risky turn 1 pick. But they actually go with the Oracle themselves this time, preventing Enclave from picking it up. But with AA still there, Enclave might just choose to pick it up to hard counter that, but maybe they just don't want the Ancient Apparition themselves. I've seen it before, but I feel like it's a bit much. You do the Oracle and the Dazzle, and actually Puck, very interesting. Didn't expect to see that hero, but very glad to see that hero. Very fun to watch, and a very skill-intensive hero. And there's the Disruptor that served Enclave very, very well last game, so no surprise to see it picked up again, even this early, considering they probably don't want to see it banned out. And Juggernaut picked up on the side of Megalodon, so if he gets his spin off before he gets Static Stormed, he should be okay. I don't think spin cancels the Glimpse, though. It might. I'm not sure. So we'll see. That's actually one. There's a lot of weird interactions with Glimpse. Like, some things will break it, other things won't break it, but I guess we'll find out this game. At least once I expect to see that kind of thing happen. So far, Enclave going for another big team fighty type of lineup with the Dream Coil plus the Static Storm. Lots of AoE, and they did it last game, and I think they really liked it. I mean, it worked for them really well. So I'm not surprised to see them going down a similar route so far. They could change. They could go something more ganky, pick-off oriented. That's something Puck and Disruptor are also really good in. Gyrocopter's still there, and actually, yep, banned out right away, so they already have their carry, although I did once cast a game with the support Gyrocopter very recently, but that does not matter right now. So no surprises so far, really, in the draft, except maybe the Puck is a little surprising for first phase. I think the Puck is a good hero, but I am surprised to see it so early. Although I do think it's pretty good against these two heroes. You can phase shift out of Omni Slash, you can phase shift dodge Oracle's Purge, and getting silence on the Juggernaut and Oracle just is devastating to those heroes, although Jug will probably eventually have a Manta Style. Ancient Apparition banned, and I find that interesting because it would have been good for Enclave, I think. Good against Healing Ward, good against the Oracle, but perhaps they want something like a Dazzle. Perhaps they want a Chen. So they ban out the AA maybe preemptively to protect what they're going for in the draft next. We'll have to see how the draft develops, but I don't think Enclave would have that many issues with it. Kornique played it very, very well, but I don't think their draft this time would have had nearly the kind of issues with it. So Razor banned out, and I think that's a bit of a respect ban, but Hero also very, very good in the mid-game. Disruptor and Puck also very, very good in the mid-game, so maybe trying to slow down Enclave, try to prevent them from hitting that stride around the 25-minute mark, kind of where they did it last game.
10 seconds remaining.
And I apologize, that is my Steam.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh boy. Oh Jesus. So the stream was blocked. I'm so sorry, but I guess it's only in the draft, so you didn't miss that much. Thank God. But so thankfully I didn't have that happen in the game. I actually did that one time though, but thank you, viewer, for warning me. Anyways, back to the draft, which I guess if you're listening you can still kinda figure out the draft. So that was really unfortunate. Anyways, we've got Outworld banned out. Very strong mid hero. I think actually lanes pretty well up against Puck. Steal all of his int and then drop the hammer on your team. I'm actually surprised. I think that hero was banned last game, but I do not remember for sure. So now Enclave with the first pickup. Perhaps they grab that support that they didn't want going up against the AA. Maybe they take a Dazzle, a Chen. Even Enchantress has problems with AA. Just some hero that might be reliant on healing, or perhaps it was just a respect ban in the end. Maybe they just didn't want to have Kornique on that hero again. He played it very well last game, and nothing stopping him from playing it very well this game. So there's the Spirit Breaker. Lots of ways for Enclave to start fights. They've got Glimpse back, they've got Puck, and now Spirit Breaker. Lots of catch on their team, so they're probably getting ready to get very, very aggressive on Megalodon, not give them any breathing room whatsoever. But there's Tidehunter from Megalodon. Pretty early here, and kind of vulnerable to heroes like Puck and Disruptor, I feel like. Although maybe it's a signature hero of one of these players, and I just think they need some follow-up to Ravage. So Slark, very good right now, and I know I didn't get excited about the pick. I am excited about the pick, but I don't sound excited about the pick. I love this hero, and it's going to crush Megalodon unless they find some very hard lockdown in their next two picks. Right now they have nothing to really stop Slark. They need like a Fiend's Grip. They need... And maybe that's why they took out the AA, actually. Enclave. Maybe the Slark is kind of honorable. He loses, like, Dark Pact, or not Dark Pact, but with Shadow Dance healing negated, that could be pretty annoying in team fights. So maybe that's why they took it out, but Megalodon don't have that much lockdown. They're going to have to try to somehow kill the Slark in the duration of the Tidehunter Ravage. So Enclave drafting extremely aggressively, just looking for ganks and pickoffs, and yeah, the Bane, a smart and safe pick for Megalodon, a hero they could really use. So that's their answer to the Slark, but at the same time, it just feels like they're kind of lacking follow-up damage for this Tidehunter, and I don't know if the Juggernaut by himself will be doing enough. I think their mid-hero needs to have some pretty hefty damage. Like, Templar Assassin would actually probably be pretty good. Mostly single target burst on Enclave, but Enclave looking for, I'm guessing, their support. I think this is going to be an offlane Spirit Breaker. If they want to get more aggressive, they could go Clockwork. Hero's very good at just starting fights. They could go for a Slardar of their own, increase the Slark's damage output. They could get, let's see, well, those are some options for them. The Clock and the Slardar still open for Enclave, and Megalodon looking for their mid. They could grab Wind Ranger, Shackle's decent here. They could grab Queen of Pain, but that lacks the lockdown I think they need. They could grab,
10 seconds remaining.
let's see, Templar Assassin could be the damage that they need.
Radiant team down.
But again, lacking the lockdown. I really just don't think there's this hero for Megalodon that's like, alright, this is the damage we need and the lockdown. I think they kind of have to choose one or the other.
10 seconds remaining.
So, going to have to see what happens here. Shadow Fiend banned out by Enclave. And that, I guess, is another option for Megalodon. It's damage, but again, they're going to struggle against this Slark, I think. Lots of ways for Bane's Fiend Script to be cancelled. His positioning is going to have to be amazing.
10 seconds remaining.
Queen of Pain actually banned out against them, and it actually would have been okay for Enclave to pick it, because they could have done it in the offlane and run like Puck, Slark, Quap as their cores. Done like offlane Quap, she's pretty slippery, or even this could be an offlane Puck, and they were looking for their mid, so we'll see here. So that's something I didn't think about. That is entirely possible.
I speak for the team.
But they actually go for the Nature's Prophet. This is an extremely aggressive, extremely kill-oriented draft, looking to build a huge lead early and then end the game very quickly. And I think with these heroes, they can do it. Megalodon needs to find ways to slow them down, and right now they don't have that many tools to do so. Very poor wave clear heroes and long cooldown spells. Fiend Script has a 100-second cooldown, Ravage over 2-minute cooldown, so
10 seconds.
Megalodon need to get a lot out of their spells. They need to find lots of kills from their Ravage, lots of kills from the Fiend Script, at least a kill from the Omni Slash. So very important. Megalodon positioned very, very well, and Team Enclave's draft just looking so hard to deal with. I can't think of anything that is kind of like the end-all for them. I mean, the Wind Ranger gives them the lockdown and some damage and decent wave clear, but I don't know if it's going to be enough damage, and I don't know if it's going to be enough lockdown. So I don't usually call the game at the draft, and Megalodon can win. They do have some really good heroes and some good... It's just, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of synergy there. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of this... Like, I can't think like, oh man, this combo is gonna do it. But we'll see. I mean, it doesn't matter how good your draft looks if you get outplayed. So Megalodon going to have to find a lot out of their lanes and a lot out of their ultimates and their spells. So we'll see how this game goes. And really liking the look of Enclave's draft, and I'm trying to not sound biased, but it does look very good. So going to introduce Enclave, XZZ playing the Nature's Prophet, Brit Saint going back mid on Puck, Baggins playing Slark, Patty Bow on Spirit Breaker, and Yell on the Disruptor. And now, on the side of Megalodon, GDRR on the Tide Hunter,
Thanks.
Atara on the Wind Ranger, Kernick playing Bane, Hit the Wand on the Juggernaut, and Mexican Thunder on Oracle. So the mid matchup, I think Wind Ranger does pretty well in. She can just right-click harass the Puck and win that kind of trade. She doesn't need to harass with spells, which Puck trades really well with people like Queen of Pain who need to harass Puck with their spells. But Wind Ranger can just trade with right-clicks and may not win the mid lane, but will play well in the mid lane. Be fine and safe in the mid lane. This safe lane, though, looking okay for Enclave. The Oracle's Root plus the Juggernaut Spin, that is a lot of damage, and Brain Sap as well. So, not to mention Nightmare for the setup. So Nature's Prophet could actually die here, but he's probably going to try to use his trees to pull the lane around like this, and I wonder if this is going to just be the Blade Mail into
Let's all remember to have fun.
into Blink Dagger build. Was popular quite a while ago, but may not be popular now. Perhaps it's just going to be a Drums or a Dagon. Wait, that is building the Dagon, does it? Boop. No. Or just an Orchid. So, probably going to see him try to pull with Nature's Call, maybe block with Sprout if he can. The tri-lane of Enclave looking really scary. Glimpse back into Leap into Charge. Lots of damage, but Tidehunter, a notoriously tanky hero, starting with a Ring of Protection to even further his beef. So once he gets some points in Kraken Shell and Anchor Smash reducing their physical damage, then that could be looking... He could be okay, so... Spirit Breaker not wasting any time trying to get aggressive. Already charging in, but just taking lots of damage. Wind Ranger getting blocked up, and quick rotation, and first blood though, so... Good play. Enclave not wasting any time in starting this aggressive game they're looking to play. First blood happening before the 1 minute mark. I think now Mega might be forced to keep a hero here. Just the constant threat of a Spirit Breaker, very similar to that of a Bounty Hunter, but they're looking for Tide Hunter now, and Glimpse is ready. He could be in trouble. He's gonna get glimpsed back very soon. Rooted up, and this looks like it could be another kill. Glimpse ready. Is he gonna use it though? Getting glimpsed back all the way, and just some right clicks, and Tide Hunter dead. 2 fast kills within 30 seconds of each other. Spirit Breaker, Patty Bow just all over the map already looking for these kills, and this is gonna set the whole pace of the game. I feel like just with a draft like Enclave's, you can't afford to play passively. Tons of aggression, and this is the kind of Dota that's really fun to watch, but I might lose track of what's going on here. Unfortunately, Kranik couldn't rotate in time, and I think with Brain Sap, not a lot he could do. If he had Nightmare, maybe save the Wind Ranger, but no Nightmare means no save. I think with Spirit Breaker just always on the map, you've just got to be so careful. Atara doing fine in last hits, but that death, and actually not putting him that far behind the puck. Patty Bow guarding the Bounty Rune, perhaps getting ready to make another charge play on someone. XCZ doing okay in this lane, hitting level 3. Hit the wand, also level 3, maxing spin. Tidehunter trying to find some farm here, disrupt the pole, getting charged up now. Kinetic Field is ready this time, so it could be even more dangerous, but I think they need to glimpse him back now. Try to find the... Slark misses his leap, he gets glimpsed back, Kinetic Fielded in, but they're under the tower. He has Fairy Fire, rotation's coming in, and no kill this time, but... Would have been a little ambitious to go under the tower, especially after Slark misses his leap. So still, Enclave not letting up the pressure at all. Tidehunter still just level 2, trying to stack this camp, but unfortunately not finding it. It's like XEZ harassing these supports with his trees. Perhaps trying to pull the creeps around, but not long enough. And now he's stuck and trying to TP to safety. He should be able to get out, and yes, with a quick sprout and a quick TP, he's able to make it out. And doing very well in this off lane here. All the lanes going pretty much exactly how Enclave want them, even though more kills are in favor of Mega. Or sorry, more farm is in favor of Mega. More kills are in favor of Enclave, though, which could balance out the gold. Another charge coming in mid, but are they going to be able to find it? Do they have the damage? Puck level 5. 2 ranks in Illusory Orb, 2 ranks in that, but Shackle is up, and now under the tower, I don't think they're going to find the kill. In fact, the charge is cancelled. Bane, no mana, but with a Mango ready, and no kill on this Wind Ranger, but Patty Bow just making pressure on the map. Spirit Breaker support is almost identical to Bounty Hunter support. You just make the enemy team scared to go out, and they are. They're horrified, especially this Wind Ranger, to go that far under their lane. Anytime they can't see the Spirit Breaker, they get scared, which is how it should be. Bagon's not that far behind in farm, and Atara's outlast hitting Puck too. Almost level 5. But they should be tied in level. Yeah, levels are tied here, but Wind Ranger will probably just barely slightly get ahead of this Puck. And with a Shackle up, it looks like... Wait, where did that Shackle come from? I am so confused. Wait, what? Did he like TP out and get shackled? Anyways, he got shackled somehow. But Wind Ranger does go down, and Tidehunter wanders away from his lane for even more time. Falling even further behind while Slark just farms up freely. Although Juggernaut, same story bot lane. Juggernaut free farming, now completed as a Keeler ring.
Much obliged.
Tunner soaking up XP over here, just trying to find these levels. He's going to have to get very good ravages, like huge ravages on 3 or 4 heroes in order for his team to win these fights, I think. Although, since they have Shackle, they do have another way to start the fight, and a good, safe way to burst down these enemy heroes. Brit Saint, level 7. Wind Ranger, only level 5. That death was extremely costly. So they're trying for a play. He does have Dream Coil ready, but does he have mana for follow-up? Wind Ranger positioned a little carefully, but may not see this charge coming. But is Brit Saint there and ready? No, Brit Saint went to the bottom rune, and unfortunately not going to be able to find this kill on the Wind Ranger, but some welcomed XP. Spearbreaker TPing bot to try to find it, and now Puck is there, missing the silence, but hitting 2 with the Dream Coil, the healing ward just outside range, and now Omni Slash comes out, Puck jukes it, and the wand in trouble, gets bashed up, but Brit Saint does go down in the end. Omni Slash was popped, and this is looking pretty decent for Mega so far, but it looks like they're going to lose this Oracle as well. Yeah, he gets bashed down, and XCZ TP just in time to find level 6 off of that. So, I think the important thing to look at here is which heroes got the gold, but Oracle did find a lot of XP, so he's now level 4, and him getting level 6 is going to be pretty important too to make sure this Juggernaut doesn't just get blown up by the Puck. So it's going to be hard to do so. He does have a lot of armor and some decent health. This tower going down to the catapult. Nope, Slark going to try to find the last hit, but Disruptor gets it in the end. So a lot of gold, and Slark almost level 6 now. It's going to be all over the map, and I imagine going for a Shadow Blade as his first item, just to keep up the pressure, find some pickoffs on these squishy supports of Bane and Oracle. Tidehunter stacking this up and trying to farm, find his level 6. This is definitely the correct play. He struggled a lot in lane, but still not terribly behind in levels, although XCZ did hit level 6 and farming decently, going for drums first, it would appear. Juggernaut going for phase boots next. I wonder if he's going to go with a battle build, where he goes the SNY into like a Manta, or if he's into SNY like Basher Manta, or if he's going the farming build and goes Battle Fury. Patty Bow looks like he's in trouble, trying to charge to safety and should find his way out just fine. Enclave 5-2 right now, and there's Slark and Puck farming very well, but Wind Ranger just behind the Puck and Juggernaut actually ahead of the Slark. Puck has a DD rune, but still may not be able to find a kill here. It'd be kind of dangerous to go up like that, I think. Huh. Interesting. Perhaps just getting the silence for the duration. Both spells very good, and I think silence actually has the slightly shorter cooldown. Nope. But the silence duration is actually pretty big for them. Prevent the Oracle from getting off his spells, prevent the Bane from Fiend's Gripping or Nightmaring, prevent Jugs from spinning, just prevent all of them from doing what the heroes are supposed to do. Antara, still doing fine in mid, but has died twice. Caught up in levels to the Puck. Puck's still only about half a level ahead of him. Healing ward dropped. Trying to push this up, and XCZ maybe going to farm this camp, get himself his drums. He's very, very close. 3 heroes mid for Enclave. I wonder what they're looking for. Wind Ranger very low. Needs to be careful.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
She's getting charged up now and might actually go down. Cancels the charge with a shackle, but Danish Prophet TP's in and she goes down. But will they be able to find their return kills? No, they won't. The Static Storm actually traps the Bane inside, so he might just go down next. And Slark shows up just in time. And But Jug's doing tons of damage with spin. This could be big, but good heal. And Tidehunter shows up. Does he have Ravage though? He does. Does it catch the touch? Yes, it does. He's 2 down. But they lose the Juggernaut, and Tide probably won't be able to find the Slark, who jumps to safety. But looking for these heroes, and Mega able to find a couple return kills, but losing Juggernaut and Wind Ranger is still really expensive for them and just something they can't afford to do. They didn't find quite enough out of that first Ravage. And Gold exchange definitely in favor of Enclave, and Enclave still building their lead. Tara trying to push this tower in. Might be in trouble, but no ult to push the puck back, and does a lot of damage, though could not kill the puck. No follow-up damage. Already dedicated focus fire to the tower. Tidehunter gonna go down very quickly, gets glimpsed back and trapped in the wall, and there he goes. It's another kill for Slark, who is ferrying out a Hand of Midas to himself. It's not super late, but he wants to snowball with the Midas, I think. Get a huge level advantage, and Wind Ranger looks like she might be in trouble. She is Dream Coiled, and Spearbreaker almost there. Patty Bow going to connect, but she is hit by the ult. The Spearbreaker ult canceled by the Nightmare. Well played and well positioned from the supports of Mega. And in fact, is Patty Bow shackled now? I don't think they'll be able to find the kill though. Looks like he's trying to find his charge out, and now 3 heroes caught in the static field. Really well played from Yell, and this might just turn right back around on them. 1 down, 2 down, but nope. Wind Ranger able to walk away, but Nature's Prophet actually died at bot lane. Well, this whole thing was going on in mid, so across the map, probably a good trade for Mega, killing off the Spearbreaker and the Nature's Prophet without paying for it in any of their cores. Juggernaut still trying to farm up, going for drums, so definitely the early game build. Perhaps after he'll get SNY, some beef, some damage, and something they definitely need. Slark going back for early game items like the Aki Ring and a Magic Wand. Just some stats, a little bit more damage for him, a little bit of attack speed, some survivability. Enclave slowing down, and Mega still down about 4k gold and about 3k XP, but maybe they can come back with this. Wind Ranger does do a lot of damage, and if she gets BKB, then things start to look a little bit better for them, because then she doesn't have to worry about the puck damage, she doesn't have to worry about the static storm, and can just right click whichever hero she hits with focus fire. Puck though finishing Blink Dagger, so gonna look to see Enclave get a little bit more aggressive, more so than they already have been, but in order to do so, I think they need some wards in here, and they need to start smoking. No smokes on either of their supports or any of their heroes at all. And I think Enclave should do that. I think Enclave should press the advantage with smokes. And it looks like we're going to have a brief pause, about a 3-minute pause. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this game develops. Enclave has 3 heroes at bot lane. Let's see the item progression. Although Mega has 3 heroes as well. Things are getting a little interesting, but actually it looks like Enclave ready to go again. Still have about a 5k gold advantage now, very close to 6k. And Tidehunter farming with the Ancients, going the Mechanism. I agree with this. I think they need the mech to fight, and he's the only hero that will get it in a timely manner. Spearbreaker charging top? It's going to take him a very long time to get there. Wind Ranger backing off, but Slark penning him in place. Saint there, and now just so many rotations, and this is the strength of their draft. With Nature's Prophet, Slark, and Spearbreaker, they can be all over the map just so quickly. So going to be really dangerous for the heroes of Mega to go out and find farm, and that's the only thing they need right now. I don't think they want to fight, not fair anyway, but I think they just want to farm, and it's going to, and with the way Enclave have drafted and the way Enclave, more importantly, the way they're playing, it's very hard to find farm safely. I I see a huge stack here. And that's it, but it's still a huge stack. Let's see. Triple stack? Yeah, so a triple stack here.
Tower is under attack.
One ancient left. They need to kill that so that their ancient stack can respawn fully. Juggernaut spinning on the creep wave bot, and they're pushing bot tower, so looks like, oh, but the disruptor ult and wall has hit the wand in trouble. He has Omni Slash ready, but is getting charged. Spirit Breaker's about to hit him. They have the Oracle ult, and I think they need to use it, but is it too late? Oh, I'm not able to get the ultimate off in time. The silence in the Dream Coil interrupting it. Really well played from Britsaint, and now Mega going to lose 3 heroes, trying to TP out, but glimpsed back and actually charged up, so they lose 3 heroes. 4 across the map as Slark solo kills the Wind Ranger, and that's a huge kill for him, and he's closing in on a Shadow Blade. Midas ready, and in fact might have, let's see, Math. No, he doesn't have it. Math. Wait. Close, but does not have it. So Britsaint making a huge play there, preventing any of the heroes of Mega getting out and preventing them from finding any return kills, but all set up by Yell with a really good wall and a really good static field, preventing the Juggernaut from ulting and finding a kill on anyone. But Dream Coil and Silent and Raining Rift preventing the Oracle from getting his ultimate off, and that was just really unfortunate. If they had gotten that ultimate off on the Juggernaut, I don't think they would have lived, but they certainly could have found maybe a return kill. Bane nightmares himself, but just able to walk away from that in the end.
I'll take that.
Slark closing in. Actually does now have enough gold for Shadow Blade. Just looking to farm up. If he wants the Shadow Blade. Yeah, he does go for Shadow Blade, and now Shackled Up might be in trouble though. But with his ult ready, he's just going to be able to not even need the ult, just able to walk away. And Wind Ranger misses her shot, so she has to back off, but might get dived. Slark kind of low though, and lots of TPs coming in. Looks like they really want this Slark. He does get the Dark Pact, but it does actually manage to the last tick of it, purging off the Purge / Root. So it's the strength of Slark, a hero just so hard to lock down, and one of the weaknesses of Mega's drafts is their unreliable lockdown, especially against a hero like Slark and Puck, who will just walk all over you if you can't walk them down. Slark Shadow Bladed up, no detection on the side of Mega, so they're looking to start a fight here. Puck with Dream Coil ready, charge coming in, and Oracle in trouble. Ults himself, Ravage comes out on 4 heroes, so good Ravage, but do they have the follow-up here? Doesn't look like it. The Mech comes out, and now the Omni Slash, they don't quite get Baggins. Baggins and Yell go down to the Juggernaut, and Dream Coil comes out, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty bad fight for Enclave. They may lose more here. Nightmare up on Britsaint, but still really low, and now XCZ TPing in the back, finding more kills. The Healing Ward keeping them healthy for now, but Oracle popping the Puck just with huge bursts, and now XCZ in trouble. This is a really big fight for them. Really well played from the Oracle, and a massive Ravage from Tidehunter doing exactly what they need to do. That's what they need to get out of their spells. They need to get tons of value, and despite the Oracle forced to ult himself, the Wind Ranger and the Juggernaut lived for quite a long time. And Oracle just showing off his burst, blowing up Puck, who's trying to harass him on the high ground. So I'm sorry I missed the graph there, but we saw a 3k or so, maybe 4k or so gold swing, and the most important aspect of that fight is Juggernaut did not die, and in fact is only about 700 gold away from Battle Fury. So despite that he went drums, he's still going to have a very, very timely Battle Fury. Things got a little bit more complicated, although despite Juggernaut doing very well on the flip side, Wind Ranger seemed to be forced into a catch-up Midas. Not something this hero wants. She really needs to get that Ags as quickly as she can so she can just spam out the ult, push towers, take objectives, and kill heroes. But a good purge on 2, although Tidehunter might just want to back off. The Spirit Breaker ult still going, but Kraken Shell purging off the stun, and he just walks away.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Neither of these teams have looked to Roshan yet, but honestly, neither team could Rosh very quickly except maybe Mega with the Focus Fire and the Juggernaut. Bane going Aether Lens. Wait, no he's not. Wait, unless he thinks Cloak still builds Aether Lens and didn't read the patch notes from last night. But still, Aether Lens, Glimmer Cloak, maybe even a Force Staff. Or pipe. That actually makes a way more sense. He's probably going pipe. Wind Ranger might be in trouble. She doesn't have a blink. She does shackle it, but Slark's there to return. Does he get the leap? She jukes the leap, but is she going to be able to find her way out? Just so many stuns. And despite her massive jukes, 5 heroes from Enclave, making sure she does not escape in the end. That's just the problem that Mega are going to be facing this whole game. It's so dangerous to go out and farm because you don't know if Enclave have vision, and since you don't know they have vision, you can't tell if they're coming for you or not. Juggernaut pushing this in, no Omni Slash, but the mana to get it, he's just gonna spin and TP to safety. So Battle Fury completed on Juggernaut at a reasonable time, 20 minutes after his Battle Fury, or after his drums. Battle Fury completed after the drums. So Juggernaut farming very well, and if we take a look at net worth, Juggernaut sitting at the top, like 10 gold ahead of Slark. Yeah, they're gonna go back and forth for a while, but other than that, Wind Ranger is just so underfed for this stage of the game. Although her levels are not terrible, she's still behind in that category as well. So things looking pretty grim for Mega this game. Mexican Thunder forced to ult himself. Tide did pop the mech trying to save him. He should live. There was a lot of healing from that. Drums popped. Juggernaut really wants this guy, but might run into something dangerous. XCZ just gonna sprout and TP out.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Game is stagnating a little bit, but Goldgraph still pretty heavily in favor of Enclave. XP-Graph, the story is pretty much the same, slightly over 5k lead. And now the Nature's Prophet Ags just being annoying, ratting up the entire map, and this is going to exert a very large amount of control for them, and I think I guess he could go Octarine next, or Refresher. I think it's just preference, but I think the Octarine will be better. Provide him some stats, provide him some regen, provide him some healing from it. Now, the healing doesn't matter, but, you know, every little thing. So these trees now scouting out after having pushed in the mid lane. 4 staff completed on the Oracle. Wind Ranger starting her Ag, still about 2.7k away. Tidehunter probably going for a Blink Dagger next. Still not quite sure what Kranique is going. Brit Saint going a Yules. Patty Bow has mech. Could go Guardian Greaves, I guess, or like a Halberd would be good. Aether Lens completed on Yell. This item just so ridiculous on this hero. Slark going for a Scotty, possibly a Manta, but I expect Scotty. That's a favorite item of Slark's everywhere. And XCZ still not positive what he's going to build. And just trying to push out more of the lane. The charge coming forward. Ravage is ready, but it's not going to catch very many heroes. But never mind, it catches 4 heroes. Baggins was caught in the Shadow Blade, but unfortunately no follow-up there. Oracle ulting the Tidehunter and breaking his own chains and going to get blown up very quickly. And Tide going to die as soon as nope, not going to die, but did take damage. Tries to TP out, but bashed up first hit, and there's so much damage coming up from Enclave, and they lose 3 heroes there. Well played from everyone on Enclave, and good attempt and good Ravage from Mega, but there just wasn't enough follow-up damage. And now Wind Ranger going to jump in the grave with her team, but Juggernaut trying his damnedest to push his tower, and in fact Slark may just get Omni Slash. But he does have his ultimate ready, and Juggernaut trying to spin TP to safety, but Slark's damage very, very high, and so much stolen agility, and not able to get away there. It's just so hard for Mega to find these kills. They don't have very strong catch, and they have really weak AoE. They have decent single target burst damage. Bane, they've got Wind Ranger, and the AoE they have is Jug and Tide and kind of a little bit sort of Oracle. It's just not enough. The push is just so strong from Enclave, and they're able to find these kills everywhere on the map. Places a normal team wouldn't be able to, but due to the nature of the Puck and the Spirit Breaker and the Nature's Prophet, they're everywhere on this map, and so hard for them to just farm safely, and so hard for Mega to farm safely and Enclave just maximizing that. No, they know that they're able to get in their face. And Bane nightmaring up the puck. He does have his ult, but gonna probably get glimpsed, and the glimpse does cancel. And Brit Saint phase shifted and blinks away to safety. Shackle shot disjointed, and things just looking harder and harder for Mega, and it's harder for me to see a way for them to come back into this game. Brit Saint bottled up a haste rune and TPing back to base to heal up. Slark with the bounty rune, and let's see, what did that buy? Slark's Scotty complete and already sitting on top of 1100 gold. Slark now 3k ahead of the Juggernaut, and Windranger not even in the top 5 of net worth, behind even the support Spiritbreaker of the other team, or now just getting into the top 5, but just so far behind. She just has had such a low game impact, just unable to find her items, unable to find kills, and just dying even through her wind run. She has 8 deaths and just not a good game for her. Tara, though he played very well in the Slardar last game, is struggling on this Windranger. That's, I don't know what that is. Sheepstick? It's Sheepstick. Yeah, he's going Sheepstick. So, as the game progresses, it just looks so hard for Mega to come back. Their primary source of damage is the Juggernaut because the Windranger is so far behind. They have to get these 5-man Ravages and then follow up on them immediately, and I apologize for yawning, but things have to go perfectly for Mega. Bane has to be positioned at a point where he's not going to be caught by the Puck Silence, the Dream Coil, the Static Storm, the Glimpse, and it's very hard to do that. Plus, there's so many targets for this Feed Script. They need to use it on the Slark, but then Puck and Nature's Prophet just wreak havoc in these fights. And now Enclave looking to grab Roche to very probably just try to seal out this game, although it's going pretty slow once they get a Roche on this Slark. Once they get an Aegis slapped on this Slark, I don't think it's going to be possible to kill him. Baggins playing very well, 6-1. Just everyone on Enclave performing extremely well and just dominating this game. Now XCZ looks like has completed his Scythe. Yes, Scythe completed now in Nature's Prophet. Even more lockdown, and going to be even harder for Mega to find that ideal scenario, if not impossible for them to do so. Nature's Prophet just trying to push the map in with his trees, and it's working, and it's got to be so annoying. Looking very, very grim now. Dream Coil with the silence misses, so he's able to spin out of the coil, but Dream Coil committed, but the cooldown not very long, so we'll be ready soon, and I don't think they need the Dream Coil to go up high ground. They just have so much damage, and now here they come, but Nightmare ready, Fiend's Grip ready. Maelstrom picked up by the Wind Rangers, so a little bit more damage coming out from her. Had to sidetrack herself from her Aghanims just to get some damage. And Slark juking the Purge, but Ravage ready. He might be forced to use it just so he can hit 1 or 2 heroes. He catches 2. Slark's shackled up, so maybe they get him here, but really huge Static Storm just blocking off the heroes of Mega from finding the position to get into this fight and maximize the Tidehunter Ravage. And now Tidehunter isolated from his team. Slark basically completely healthy. Still has Aegis too, and probably not worried about the damage that's left on these heroes. But Tidehunter goes down. Kernique looks like he's going to be the next to go, but Brainsat might be able to walk away, but sprouted up and bashed up and now dead. Juggernaut is able to walk to safety. Tara is hexed up, the ult. So now Oracle ulting up this Wind Ranger, but she's might be in danger. She should survive. Barely able to stop that, and not quite able to cancel the Slark ult. Or sorry, not able to take the Slark Aegis, but it's like Puck is going to go down. The Purge canceling the Yule Scepter. Slark coming up, and Enclave might want to back off, although Juggernaut very close to dead, gets glimpsed back and picked off by the Nature's Prophet. Well played from Yell, once again showing that Disruptor is a hero he is very comfortable on. Slark now moving back to full health, closing Shadow Walk now ready, disarmed, and maybe this is going to be the end of the losses for Mega. This is a long, really drawn out fight. They don't have a way to cancel this Navy PTP, and it ends. But Mega able to kill 3 heroes and take an Aegis. Swing the gold graph, 3k in their favor, but That's still a 17k lead for Enclave.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And they're still down a lane of racks with not the best wave clear. Things looking very good for Enclave and very, very grim for Mega, who with that one good defense got a little bit done, but their Juggernaut still died and just finishing up his SNY at 30 minutes, and he could have used that about 5 minutes ago. And Wind Ranger's still 2,000 gold away from her Ags, an item she desperately needs if she's going to want to have some impact in these fights, but does find level 16. So cooldown, so the damage reduction on it when she gets her Ags, if she gets her Ags, will be 0%, so she'll be hitting very, very hard, very, very fast. And I just need the burst to deal with the Slark, but now there's a Hex, there's a Yule's even. Static Storm, Glimpse. There's a lot that Mega need to fight through in order to win this game, and it's looking progressively more difficult and perhaps even impossible. Nature's Prophet spawning up a bunch of annoying trees over here and trying to push the lane as hard as he can, causing as much pressure and just delaying the heroes, but gonna actually walk by the creep wave. I wonder if he's gonna just go hit the... Is he grouping them up to block this wave? Another one's spawning soon, so he's grouping up all of his trees. Enclave smoked up and looking to go. Yeah, these trees are gonna murder this coming wave, but a teamfight breaks out mid, and Hit the one is the one to get jumped on. Ravage catching only the one hero. Baggins though gets glimmered up, and Puck drops the Dream Coil, but Slark gets to Fiend's Grip, but cancelled by Dark Pact, and things are looking pretty bad. But Baggins in trouble. XCZ locked down, and Yell also in trouble. Slark trying to run away. Nature's Prophet picked off, and this Juggernaut hitting so hard. Things are not looking good. Another fight, very possibly going back the way of Mega. Glimpse back to cover his retreat, and looks like Enclave able to walk away, only losing one of their heroes, but still a 2k gold swing just for losing their Nature's Prophet. So Mega probably very, very happy about that, and Wind Ranger completing her Ags. Juggernaut going for a Basher, that makes sense. I expect Slark to go a Basher as well. I think he kind of needs it. And if he gets an Abyssal Blade, he can just kill anyone by himself. Right now, he not necessarily gets kited, but
I'll take that.
actually, yeah, he gets kind of kited after his ult comes down. So Kernick finding another ward, adding to his lengthy collection of wards killed this game. MKB now finished on the Slark, and that'll serve a similar purpose to the Basher. It's going to be hard to run away from him when you're getting mini-bashed every few seconds, and now Wind Ranger has lost her one defensive move against the Slark and is going to be torn to shreds by him. His damage very, very high now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Did she finish the Ags, or did she sell the pieces? It looks like she wants to save for buyback, so ended up not finishing off her Aghanim Scepter. Needs another 1k gold. Basher completed on Juggernaut, but still hard to kill the Slark. With his team surrounding him, this Slark is very beefy, and what's this? We got another pause, but it looks like it's going to be very, very short, and I'm going to take a drink of water and finally stop talking for 5 seconds. Alright. So I had a drink of water, my lips are a little less dry, and my mouth a little less sore. So a little bit of trash talk, or at least pause mocking coming out from both these teams, and that's cute. That's good, because I have nothing else to talk about right now. I should be talking about these items and the levels and maybe some more timings. Let's see. Nature's Prophet did go to the Blink Dagger, so his positioning is going to be a little bit better. You're going to find some sprouts. Slark has MKB. This is going to really hurt the Wind Ranger, who was really the only hero who could briefly stand up to the Slark. Briefly. Very briefly. Bane still not finding any items at all, sitting on just a soul ring, a cloak, and brown boots at 33 minutes. He's very poor. Oracle, though, has a Glimmer Cape, a 4-stab, and an Aether Lens, so he's got some items, and in fact has more items than this Tidehunter, who does have Blink Dagger, and I believe has had it for a little while now, but again, they have to find so much out of these Ravages. They have to find so many people caught in it. They absolutely have to catch the Disruptor in the Ravage, and they have to catch the Puck too, and then blow up at least one hero in that time frame while they're stunned for that, 2.25 seconds? 2.4 seconds. So while those heroes are stunned, they just have to blow them up. They have to Brain Sap, Bean's Grip, just Oracle Nuke, and Power Shot, maybe even Omni Slash. They have to kill heroes inside the Ravage to make the fight a little unbalanced so that they can win, because their damage is very low, and Enclave have lots of control and lots of ways to disengage from these fights. And that's becoming a problem for Mega, and has not even becoming, but has been a problem all game. Enclave are just able to mostly walk away from fights they don't want. And look at this, another huge creep wave coming in with a bunch of trees, and that prevents the creep wave from pushing out of Mega's base, which gives the whole map to Enclave, who might be content to just wait for the next Roshan and take the next lane of Rax when they get that Rosh. Baggins sitting on top of 2k gold, not positive what he's going to be going next. Although BKB might not be bad, can fight through Ravage. He has good damage, and it's not like the heroes on the side of Mega are particularly tanky. But he could also go like, I don't know, let's see, Abyssal Blade if he wants even more damage. If he wants to throw the game, he could go a Rapier, because giving the Wind Ranger a Rapier would be pretty bad. He could go a Butterfly for some evasion, give him some help, become even more difficult to kill, and still get a little bit of damage. I actually think Butterfly would be a really good choice. Manta would be okay. Puck going the Ags, so now the Dream Coil's stunned very long, and now Jugs just won't be able to spin away from it. Wind Ranger did finally finish her Ags, but does she have buyback now? Yes, buyback available on Wind Ranger, but that's the only hero who has buyback on the side of Mega. Roche respawning maybe soon, maybe in 4 minutes, but maybe soon. Just Yell has been playing a very good game, and the supports on the side of Enclave just playing very, very well, and it feels like Mega supports have just struggled. They've had lots of problems rotating, lots of problems finding kills, and lots of problems surviving in fights. They've had to devote so many resources to warding and start going Molnir, maybe an Assault Cuirass, and Roshan just respawning now, and Enclave immediately running to the pit to kill this Rosh. Probably drop the Midas on the Slark. And Slark now 3k ahead of the Juggernaut and 7k ahead of the ahead of the Wind Ranger, and Puck now behind Wind Ranger though, so at least that's good. But this Nature's Prophet 6k ahead of Wind Ranger and 2k ahead of Juggernaut, almost 3. Roche dying fairly quickly, and the heroes of Mega forced inside their base due to this lane, and also the Nature's Prophet Ags. Where is Trees going? Are they just like walking somewhere? Are they not gonna push? But anyways, Nature's Prophet really forcing out the push, and yeah, the Midas picked up by the Courier, and it looks like this is going to be Enclave's time to go. They finished several of their core items now and are getting ready to take this high ground and take this game. All that matters now is which lane do they want to go. Buyback available now on Juggernaut, and he has his Bashers, so hitting fairly hard, but will they be able to make it even so? Baggins looking for something. Sentry Ward here and just barely avoiding it. Great Saint wants to go top, but it looks like Yell really wants to push in from the bot, take a fight, and then maybe claim Rax, like wrap around. Kind of like fight here and then go this way. Spearbreaker charging in now on the Juggernaut. He gets hexed up. This could be bad. He's silenced now, unable to spin, and buyback is ready, but he is gets his Omni Slash off just in time, but will it be enough? Is he going to still go down? He's trying to spin away, and no Oracle ult, and does get picked off. Buyback is there. Tidehunter, though, no buyback, and Ravage not used. So this is looking pretty bad. Without the Ravage, they're going to be very hard for them to take a fight. Their heroes are dying so fast. These supports getting crushed. No buyback on Bane. Juggernaut is back, but just immediately hexed up and just bashed to bits by this Slark, and Juggernaut dead. It looks like this could very well be GG. No way to defend these towers without the Ravage, and Wind Ranger and Oracle, the only heroes left alive, and I really doubt this is going to be it. And Enclave rotating in, going for these racks. They're making the safe play. Not sure who is buyback, and Tidehunter is respawning fairly soon. Nature's probably TPing back to base, but has Refresher Orb. Is going to probably just TP back into the mid to push the tower, and then now Wind Ranger in trouble. She's glimmered up, but now hit by the Oracle ult, but this looks like it's just delaying the inevitable, and now Mexican Thunder also going to go down. Big Ravage catching 3, no, just 2, and Wind Ranger popping, and Juggernaut not coming back yet, 50 seconds, but Wind Ranger on her way back, but is it going to be enough? It just feels like they're slowing down the game. Just look how quickly she dies, and now Juggernaut and Wind Ranger on the bench for a very long time, and it looks like this is going to be the game. Yep, GG called by Atara, and Kernique just trying to not die, but gets zapped down. Game does end. Enclave, just a display of force for them, and playing a completely different style from last game, just going as aggressive as possible early and just dominating this whole game, getting kill after kill from minute 2 on. So really well played from everyone, and I appreciate you guys letting me cast. I hope I did a good job. Please leave me some feedback, but quickly I'm going to shortly talk about the game. I think it wasn't lost entirely in the draft. I think if Mega had maybe rotated their supports a bit better, secured their Wind Ranger and even their Tidehunter's lanes more, applied some pressure to the Slark, things could have gone a little bit different. Maybe run a tri-lane with the Tidehunter, and I know that sounds dumb, but it forces his supports, the Slark's supports, to stay in lane. They don't want to leave because they're afraid their Slark is going to die. So perhaps if they had done that, it would have made less kills happen all around the map, and the Wind Ranger could have got some more farms, some more levels. And although I do think Enclave had the stronger draft, I don't think Mega lost because of their draft. I think maybe their offlaner, they could have probably used a Clockwork. Would have been better than Tide. Just easier to engage with, but still great games from both teams. Game 2, Enclave just dominating. Game 1 was very close, and it was really fun to watch these guys playing. This is the JDL. I believe we're in Division 4 or maybe Division 5. Not quite sure, but this was Enclave versus Megalodon, and I'm Nefarious. I'm glad you guys tuned in, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, that's all, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And you know what I appreciate more than you watching and even following my channel? Leaving me some feedback. This means a lot to me, and I really want to get better at this. And I know I make some pretty obvious errors, and even if I am aware of what you tell me, it's good to be reminded. So once again, just leave me some feedback. Follow if you haven't already, but only if you liked my cast. And I appreciate you guys stopping by, and I look forward to casting for some of you guys, or just having some of you guys swing by my chat sometime again. So I'll see you next time. This is Nefarious, signing off.